How's it going, guys, and welcome back today to episode number 3 of our Manchester City career mode here on FIFA 19. Before we get things going, thank you so much for your support on episodes number 1 and 2. Again, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a big thumbs up on it. Don't forget to subscribe down below and leave your thoughts and comments in that comment section down below. That's all massively appreciated. We're going to be kicking off the Premier League today, the first game being against Arsenal. If you did miss the last episode, I'd highly recommend you check that out. We did make our first signing. Spoiler alert coming up, that first signing was Mr. Toussaint, who is here on the bench. I don't really want to sign anyone else unless there's a bargain that jumps out. And speaking of bargains, someone pointed out to me that the Dutch lad we were looking at in the last episode, De Jong, we went for Toussaint instead of him, actually had a buyout clause of 20 million. So I was kind of tempted to maybe go back in for him as well. But at the same time, I don't think it's fully necessary. So we're going to stay away for now. But if you do think we should go in for him, let me know in the comment section down below. I did mention that I might go for another striker. No one's really jumping out to me, so I don't think we are going to do that. We're going to play the Aguero as our main striker, Jesus as a number 2, and if needs be, we can always play Sterling up there or someone like that. So I don't think we're going to go in for another striker. Like I say, unless something crazy happens or there's a good deal to be had, I won't be signing anyone else as it stands. And this is the starting 11 that we'll be kicking off our Premier League campaign with. But like I say, we've got Arsenal first game. Let's go towards that and get stuck in. We have had a loan offer for Grimshaw from Trollborgs. I will accept this. I think we had a loan offer for him in the last episode, but he actually turned down the move, so we'll see if he accepts that one. Here again, Grimshaw rejects the loan move to Trollborgs this time. Clearly doesn't want to go anywhere, wants to stay as a backup goalkeeper. Not even backup, he's like backup to the backup to the backup, but whatever he wants to do. But here we are, Sunday, August the 12th, 2018. Arsenal away from home. Let's pick our 11 and get into it, shall we? Here we are then, guys, at the Emirates Stadium to kick off our Premier League campaign against Arsenal. It's going to be interesting to see their line. You've already seen ours in the menus at the start, but we will go through it again anyway, because that's the starting 11 that we're going to be going with. I'd like to know if Arsenal have signed anyone else. Obviously, going into this season, in reality, they bought in the likes of Lucas Torreira. I wonder if they've added to that within this career mode, if that makes sense. But let's get a look at the lineups, and let's get this Premier League campaign underway. The two teams huddling in their little circles before the first game of the Premier League. I've noticed as well, actually, City have actually got the golden badge on their side because we won it last year, which is pretty cool. And I also read for the Champions League one, because obviously it says how many times we've won it on the side, that actually updates. So if you win the Champions League, you get another one added onto your badge, which is pretty cool. But let's have a look at the lineups of the game. They're still not popped up yet. Are the lineups not going to pop up? So you can see Arsenal, they've got Leno in between the sticks. Of course, there is one of the new signings I was talking about. They've got Kolasinac, Socrates, another new signing, Mustafi and Bellerin. They've then got Ramsey, Elneny, Welbeck, Ozil, Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang making up the rest of the team. Whereas our team, exactly the same as what I showed you earlier. Aguero, Sane, Sterling leading the line, with David, De Bruyne and Fernandinho in the centre. Then a back four of Mendy, Laporte, Stones and Walker, with Edison in between the sticks. I can't believe he didn't show the lineup with the graphics and everything. Maybe that's because it was the first game of the season or something, but usually always shows that. This is going to be a tough game though. We're on ultimate difficulty, let's not forget. Arsenal are a good team. This ain't going to be easy. Arsenal instantly playing it around really nicely, and Edison forced into a good save with the first attack of the game, just 2 minutes in. Warning sign. And we've got Sterling who's made a nice little run into the space here. What can we do? Looking at the edge of the box there. We're going to pop this with De Bruyne. Straight at Leno. First proper sight of goal though. Making moves. Come on, we've got Arsenal under pressure there. A really nice start to the game, but now all of a sudden they're struggling to get out. And it's Aguero! Oh, get in! What a bizarre goal that is. I thought it was going to go with Aguero. It's actually David Silva who gets onto the rebound with the first goal of the Premier League season. What even happened there? Did Leno get a touch on that? Was it the defender behind him? I'm not fully sure, but we're not complaining either way. We take a 1-0 lead at the Emirates. Let's have a look. So the high pressing pays off. I think it's Leno, and it almost just hits David Silva. Oh, I want to see if Leno really gets a touch on it. Look at that. David Silva just sticks out a leg. Really instinctive, and we take a 1-0 lead with that. Superb stuff. David Silva doing some nice hassling here, but couldn't quite get the ball. Oh, it's a nice quick football ball. So that's a great ball as well. Need to be wary. 1-1, just like that. Aubameyang, 6-yard box approacher. Absolutely slammed in, but Arsenal really picked up the pace there. That's the killer ball. Then this here, Edison has absolutely no chance. Well won. Raheem. Come on, De Bruyne. Picks at Sane, giving far too much space. Where we're going to go? Can we drop it off? Great ball! 2-1. Leroy Sane. That was absolutely exceptional to pick out De Bruyne, though. He jumps over the advertising boards in front of the away fans. Controversial. Well, the home fans, sorry, you know what I mean. The Arsenal fans. Controversial. But that was all about Leroy Sané's involvement. I was just saying, I don't know if it would have made the video, but he doesn't seem to be involved much. But he gets the ball here. Look at this for a pick out. Puts it on a black for De Bruyne. He can't miss. And we're back in the lead 2-1. Come on. De Bruyne there. Look at this. Sliding in on it. Flipping it. You know what? Leno got a touch. Really unlucky from Leno. Come on, deal with this. Deal with Pierre. Certainly the danger when you got the man up top now as well. Got to be very careful. Özil's got the potential to pick a pass. Well marshalled again. Oh, we've given it away really poorly. Oh, Henderson, it's a great save. He's bailed me out there because that was poor from me. First subs of the Premier League season being made here. Arsenal, not sure who this is that they're bringing on. I don't recognise him. We've made a couple of subs ourselves though, bringing on Mahrez and Phil Foden. David Silva coming off and Sterling going off. And Phil Foden and Mahrez coming on. Hopefully can contribute to help us seeing this out. Got runners here. Sane. Overlapping run of Mendy. Can we get it in at that back stick? It's a great ball! Oh, should have been. It should have been a goal, you know. Could have put it to bed with 10 minutes to go. Bring two salt on for De Bruyne for the last literally, like, there's going to be no time added on. Just a few more fresh legs to be defensive back there, worst case scenario. In fact, we're just going to clear this, and that will be the full-time whistle. It's a great win. 2-1 away at the Emirates to start off the Premier League season. Goals from David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne, the dynamic duo in the middle of the park getting on the score sheet. But it was a good performance, that was. Hopefully, we can keep it going. Arsenal came at the box so quickly, but we steadied the ship, got the goals, and saw it out in the end. Had a transfer offer for David Silva from Barcelona here, 57 million. Do you know what? For a player of his age, that's a fantastic fee. And if it was anyone but David Silva, who's such a club icon, I might consider it. But David, you're going nowhere, my friend. You're too much of a legend to let go. And I've also just seen as well, pretty cool news article. Hopefully it's still there. It was like the best midfielders of the year or something like that. And De Bruyne and David Silva were featured on it. I don't know where it's gone now. It's a shame. Here we are then, guys. Second game of the episode today. We're playing Huddersfield away from home. No, sorry, at home, not away from home. We just played Arsenal away, of course. I've actually stuck with exactly the same lineup as we played in the Arsenal game, though. Why fixed if it isn't broke? Had no injuries, no fitness concerns, anything like that. I want to see the lineup come up on the screen. Hopefully we'll be able to see Huddersfield. Fingers crossed. I don't know, I didn't show it in the Arsenal game, but let's see what it shows this time round. Here we go, the Man City lineup for today. So it does show it. I don't know why I didn't do it in the Arsenal game, but you can see our lineup is exactly the same as in the previous game. I'm more inclined to give Jesus some time in this game because he didn't play in the last one. But we'll still be starting with Aguero up top, Sterling and Sane either side. Midfield trio of Fernandinho, David and De Bruyne. And then the back four of Walker, Stones, Laporte, Mendy with Ederson in between the sticks. Let's have a look, since any new faces for Huddersfield. So Lozil's familiar. I don't know who that Haddon Janage is. I don't recognise him. The rest of the back four looking familiar. Congolo, Schindler and Jorgensen. Ortiz is a new signing for them on here. I think that is in real life as well. So there are some new faces in there. I expect this to be very different to the game that we just played against Arsenal. Huddersfield will be digging in, and it's our job to break them down. So hopefully we can adjust that. There's a bit of a switch here, but I fancy Walker to win that, and he does indeed win it. De Bruyne there to bring it forward. Good ball in between the lines to Aguero. Plays it out towards Fernandinho. Now we've got the run of Sterling to aim at. Is he onside? It's close. They tried to press up. Is he onside? Oh, maybe we should have crossed there. I just fancied a pop with Raheem. Well blocked. Off the switch again. Walker can go back to Ederson. Tell you what. It's a good job Ederson's good with his feet, innit? Flipping heck. David to bring it forward, and again Huddersfield brought some players forward for that move. Can we take advantage? It's Aguero. Sane's made the run. Come on, Leroy. All you, Leroy. All you. Get in. 1-0. Leroy Sane. We went alone with him. He cut in and used that left foot. I'll tell you something, that was a real life Man City move, because it started off at the back with some great little footwork from Ederson. 10 minutes before half time, this has been a tough game, and it's exactly, this is what I like about this new career mode now. They've updated it so that teams play a bit more how you'd expect. So Arsenal are a bit more open. Huddersfield not open whatsoever. We've really had to work to break them down. It took a great finish from Sane. Look at that, right in the corner to give us the lead. But yeah, it feels a lot more realistic than perhaps how teams would set up in previous FIFAs. But 1-0 up now anyway. Sane with the goal. Get him. Mendy, it's hit him. They've got it back. I'll tell you something, Pritchard is pulling strings there. Mendy just bounced off him, he couldn't control it, and Pritchard in the middle of the park, I think he's playing sort of like a cam centre forward for them. Really, he's getting a couple of snapshots away. He's hit the post once, that one was close as well. Huddersfield now, you might see them come forward a little bit more now they've conceded. Could be dangerous. Come on, Raheem. Come on, Raheem. Use that pace. Get down the byline. Is that a pen? Surely that's a pen. It is a penalty. They were talking about De Bruyne's injury and the fact that he's, I think he's going to be able to play on, but I might sub him off anyway. But just as that happens, Sterling using an electric pace down the left-hand side, brought down by Nidge. I don't know who he is. I think he's a new signing in his career mode for Huddersfield, but didn't get the ball. It was just inside the box. Look at that. It's a really poor tackle. And it's a chance for Aguero to open up his account for the season. We're going to go to the right. And it's just about snuck in. The keeper went the right way, but he couldn't save it. And Aguero, Tevez-esque with his golf swing in the corner flag. And it's a 2-0 lead for City. But I tell you what, this has been a tough game. Oh, he went the right way, the keeper. So close to getting that. So De Bruyne picked up that knock. No points to take, any risks whatsoever. So we're going to bring on Bernardo in that central role in place of him for the last half an hour of the game or so. Yeah, 35 minutes left. But 2-0, we should be okay from here on out, you'd think. Nice turn out by Sterling. Foden's carried on his run. And now we're going to go from Aguero to Mendy. Look at that back stick. Look at that back stick. Foden! Oh, he's hit the post. It just fell nicely for him. Wasn't the easiest chance on a half turn, but that could have been a first goal for us in this career mode. First of many, hopefully, when he gets it. Put a lot of weight on it to make sure it gets there, but here goes Raheem Sterling. Caused enough danger already on this side. Gonna go alone. Sterling! Oh, could have laid it off, but wanted to get the goal for Raheem. It's a good save at the near post. Gotta be careful. Mooney's made the run. Damn it! 2-1. He wanted the clean sheet, but he slotted it in, hasn't he? Oh my word, he's running to the manager, I think. He's very happy with that. And with just over 10 minutes still to go, this is not a done deal. It was a nice move from Huddersfield. Really wanted to keep the clean sheet, but what can you do? It's a good move. That should be that. That is that. It's another 2-1 win, this time at home against Huddersfield. Tell you what, we were so in control of that game, and then for the last 5 minutes when they got one back, it was a bit panic stations almost, but we saw it out. It was a good performance, deserved the win. Very different game to the Arsenal one. That's 6 points out of 6 so far, the perfect start. Here we go then, guys. This will be the last match that you'll see in this episode. We're taking on Wolves away from home. Of course, this is where, in reality, we dropped our first and only points of the Premier League this season so far. This is a game. Could be a tricky game, and we've been kind of forced into a couple of changes. One that I made by choice, and one that I didn't have to make, but I've decided to, and you'll see that in the lineups in just a second. But yeah, obviously we drew here 1-1 in reality. That handball goal from Bolly got Wolves their goal, and we then equalised to Aymeric Laporte. Hopefully, we can fare a little bit better in this game. Here we go, this is how Wolves are lining up. So Patricio in between the sticks. They've got Smith who they've signed in this career mode, alongside Bolly, Diaz, Dendonka and Johnny. I don't think Diaz plays for them in reality either. The much coveted Ruben Neves partnering Moutinho in midfield, and then that front three, Jimenez, Jota and Adama Traore, who, as I always say, can be a very dangerous player, and there's some fans in the crowd taking selfies. As far as our lineup goes, it's mainly the same, but I've made a couple of small changes as mentioned. One, not such a small one actually, that is in the middle of the park, so you're about to see Kevin De Bruyne not playing, Bernardo coming in the centre after he picked up that knock. He didn't come up as injured, but he did have a slightly lower stamina than everyone else, so I decided to leave him out. He's on the bench if we want to call upon him, and I've also got Mahrez in as well for his first start since we signed him, obviously in reality. First time he'll have started a competitive game for us, so let's hope we can get the 3 points. Let's get into it. Picks out Aguero. Going to go for the switch out to Mahrez. Oh, it was an optimistic one, but it wasn't far off coming off. Look at this high pressing, I love it. Aguero setting the example everywhere. You can see him all over the park. Pressing on that touch. Giving him no options at all, and that's paid off. It's Mahrez that wins the ball back. His debut, like I say, can we get a runner? We need a runner. We've got the runner. Slightly heavy, but Sane still gets there. And Sane makes it 1-0 very early doors. And he has had a flying start to this season. 1 assist in the first game, a goal in that last win against Huddersfield, and a goal again away at Wolves. Perfect start in this game, and a great start to the season from Sane. The high pressing paying off. Mahrez won it back, played it off to Sane. Far too much space for him, and it was a simple finish. Good save, Patricio again. We are peppering the goal in search of this second. It's a hanger. Oh, it's in! Yes, it's 2-0. And I think that's Aymeric Laporte who actually scored. It is. He scored against Wolves in reality, and he scored against them here as well. It was lingering in the air. And the commentator said David Silva. Did David Silva win the initial header? I don't think so. I don't know why the commentator's shouting David Silva, but Laporte wins the header, leaps above the man that's marking him. I'm not sure who it is. Patricio couldn't get there. The man on the line does get there, but it's way too late to be clearing it to stop it being a goal. And it's 2-0. Ball's breaking with intent here. This could be dangerous. Right before half-time. It's well nodded down as well. Good save, Ederson. First time he's been tested. It was a nice move. That was good breakaway. Well, towed in. Too soft. Jesus. This is a great chance. We're going to square it. Jesus. Oh, should have been. Oh, it so nearly was as well. We tried to square it for the most Jesus kind of goal you'll ever see. Comes back to Mahrez. He hits it on the volley. Kind of scuffed it. Oh, did the keeper get a touch? Looked like the keeper got a touch there. 1 minute left in the game. Let's not concede a silly goal now and lose the clean sheet. Or just pinging it up to Costa. That should be ours. Flipping heck. That was a bit close. And that's going to end the game as well. That's going to be a 2-0 win. It's the first clean sheet of the season. And that does make it 3 wins out of 3. The perfect start. To end off the episode, let's have a quick look at the league table and see if there's anyone else that's managed to match that feat. But what a start. Fantastic stuff. So you can see in the Premier League, we're the only team so far with the 100% record. Play 3, won 3. Absolutely fantastic stuff. As I said, that is going to end up the episode, but there is a little bit of potential drama, because if you go to our inbox, we've had an offer here for Ilkay Gundogan for 39.3 million. Now, I'm kind of tempted to accept this and use that money to go in for De Jong with the 20 million buyout clause. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and that will be what we do in the next episode before the cup game against Rotherham, of course. But that is going to end off the episode regardless. Like I say, if you have enjoyed it, as I mentioned at the very start, leave a big thumbs up on it. Always greatly appreciated, and I will speak to you all in the next video. I'll catch you all there, guys. Have a great night. Nidge out.